Every growing business hits a wall. It's that point where the simple tools that got you off the ground suddenly feel like they're the very things holding you back. Today, we're going to dig into how one company completely smashed through that wall just by unlocking the power of their data and really escaping all that operational chaos for good.
Does this sound familiar to you? You start out with a pretty simple system, right? A few spreadsheets to track, well, everything. But as you grow, that system just becomes this tangled, chaotic mess of files, emails, and constant manual updates. If you've ever felt like you're just drowning in data entry, trust me, you are not alone. And this right here, this is what we call the manual operations trap. It's that critical, kind of painful phase where the very tools that helped you start are now actively holding you back. They're creating all these hidden risks and inefficiencies that are just stifling your growth.
We've all seen this play out, haven't we? Spreadsheets promise this easy, flexible start. And hey, they deliver at first. But for a business that's scaling up, the reality gets messy fast. Data gets overwritten by accident, there's absolutely no audit trail to see who changed what, and your team ends up spending way more time managing the sheet than actually doing their jobs.
Okay, so to see this trap in action, let's look at a real-world case study. Metropolis Security Systems. They're a major security company over in Singapore.
And let's be clear, Metropolis is not a small operation. We're talking about a workforce of over 300 security guards. That is a huge team that needs to be managed, scheduled, and coordinated, every single day.
Now, let's add another layer of complexity to that. Those 300 guards are spread out across more than 200 different sites all over the country. Can you just imagine the sheer volume of scheduling data and operational info that generates? It's massive. And all that complexity, well, it led them straight to a breaking point. Their Excel rosters were in complete chaos. You had multiple controllers overwriting each other's work with zero record of the changes. On top of that, get this, 30 staff members were sharing one tiny 10-gigabyte email server. They had to constantly archive old messages just to make space. There was just no single source of truth anywhere.
So how do you fix a system that's just fundamentally broken? Metropolis knew they needed a complete overhaul, so they partnered up with a company called Kaizentric Technologies to kick off a total digital transformation.
And the afterstate was, it was a night and day difference. The rosters moved into G Suite, which immediately gave them version control, so no more accidental overwrites. Every single user got 30 gigs of email space. Problem solved, just like that. And a new intranet finally gave them a central place for all their shared knowledge.
But it went way beyond just fixing what was broken. They started adding brand new capabilities. They automated the super tedious process of verifying guard licenses against the official police database. And they integrated Google Calendars for pretty much everything, from recruitment interviews to managing specific site schedules. That alone saved countless hours.
So just think about that for a second. A completely custom-built digital overhaul for a company with 300 employees? We're talking new systems, automation, integrations. What kind of price tag would you put on a project like that? Take a guess.
The entire project cost just 9,200 Singapore dollars. And listen to this, that figure includes 3 full years of maintenance. This is an absolute game changer. It completely challenges that old assumption that powerful, custom solutions are out of reach for most businesses.
And the breakdown is actually really simple. An initial project cost of just $2,000, and then a small monthly maintenance fee. It's transparent, it's affordable, and it delivered just incredible value for them.
But this success story with Metropolis, it wasn't just a one-off fix. It was really the blueprint for a much, much bigger idea. What if every single business could afford this kind of transformation?
So, the core technology that powered all of this is called data warehousing. It's basically a system for pulling data from all your different sources, your spreadsheets, your apps, even public databases, and organizing it all in one central place to give you these powerful, actionable insights.
In this quote right here, it gets to the very heart of the mission. For years, this kind of tech was only for massive corporations with million-dollar budgets. But now, the game is changing, and it's making these tools accessible to small businesses for just a fraction of the cost.
This very idea, taking the power of a custom data project and making it widely available for everyone, that is the entire mission behind a new product called Photon. So Photon is that big idea turned into a real product. It takes all the power of a custom project like the one for Metropolis and packages it into an affordable, scalable tool that any business can get right on the Google Marketplace.
So, what does this actually unlock for you in practice? Well, imagine you have a list of companies in a Google Sheet.
With Photon, you can instantly 1. Pull their official data right from Singapore's business registry, which is called ACRA. 2. Automatically figure out their industry classification. And 3. Get their current auditor information. It turns hours of manual research into an automated, instant process.
So the final question is really for you. Seeing how one company escaped that manual operations trap and seeing how these amazing tools are now accessible to everyone, what potential is locked away in your business data just waiting to be unleashed?